just want to be loud right at the beginning. Hey guys. Hey. My name is Leisha Archie, and I wanted to have a quick blog conversation. Actually, just me talking about race and tell you my racist story. I've got plenty of them. Um, but the first one that I don't have to think back and realize, oh wow, that was racist. The one that was so direct that it just blew me away. I was a freshman at Bob Jones University, and um, walking to class. Um, I can't even remember the buildings that I was walking in front of. I remember in my mind, I see where I was, and there was a group of there was three other students, all Caucasian. There was a blonde haired girl. She had long blonde hair. She was wearing like a black dress and some black Doc Martens, kind of gothy like. And the two guys, one was kind of brown haired, the other one was blonde haired, and they were walking. And um, I was walking, and they passed me, and I remember them turning around and saying, they were saying something, and then said, "Go back to Africa." And I heard them, and if you know me, first of all, like that didn't even make sense to me because I was like, I haven't been to Africa, so why, I'm not going back anywhere. I haven't even been there. My people are Panamanian. That's I'm not sure if I said that out loud, but that's exactly what I thought. And then I realized, oh, was was that racism? Like direct? I had never had someone that direct um, to me in my face as a racist. And I remember being fearful after that. I remember writing a letter to the administration about that. I remember starting to look at all of my friends and all of the students there, which, at the time there were like 6,000 students. Out of those 6,000, like 20 were black. And I'm not being dramatic. I'm talking about what you had to check on the number of people that had to check black on their forms was about 20. And I never want to look at people like that. I never wanted to um, I never wanted to think that people were really like that. Granted, it wasn't the first time I had experienced racism, and it wasn't the first time that somebody had said something off color to me. It was the first time that it was like in my face, like you are standing right there and you are talking to me. And since then, I've had many of those encounters, including one in Mississippi that I might tell you about before we're done. I think the thing that makes me sad is that I am positive that all of the people of color that I know, the grown people of color that I know, have stories like that, and not just a one-off incident. We could dialogue all night back and forth about our stories. I was in a meeting and a girl was talking about how a cop pulled her over and she was so scared she cried the whole time. Um, and, you know, because of all of what's going on in the last few years. And I remember a few years ago getting pulled over by a cop, and I remember exactly what happened. I remember the cop being behind me, and I was going down the street, and I was like, I'm going the speed limit. I'm doing all of the things right. Problem was, I went through a school zone, not realizing it was a school zone because there was a cop behind me, and I was going the regular speed limit, not the school zone speed limit. So the cop stopped me, and I remember trembling so badly, and I remember thinking, is this it? Will I make it home to my kid? That is my reality. Um, and I have a boy child who is amazing. He's intelligent. Had COVID not hit, he would have had all A's in second grade. Hashtag homeschooling is a beast. Um, but I worry about him that because on a cool fall day he chose to wear a hoodie and somebody felt threatened by that. That um, nobody's gonna see how amazing he is because of the color of his skin. I worry, and I try not to, but I do. I worry greatly. Um, but I believe people of color, we all have these kinds of stories. First time I was called an N word to my face, back to my Mississippi story. I was in Inverness, Mississippi, the summer of 1998, selling books and Bibles. And we had to go to go door to door and sell, these books and Bibles. I remember driving up this dirt road. I was all excited. I hadn't made a sale that day. It was like my first day out. Hadn't made a sale that day, but I met a lot of people. It was really cool. And, I was trying. I was 19 years old. I was like, yes. So I drive down this dirt road. And this is, naive me. Driving down the road, just singing and driving my 1996 Honda Civic. I thought I was doing something. And I see a house, and I see a little boy on the porch, and I wave to the little boy. And he stands there and looks like, oh my God. And I'm like, okay. And he runs in the house and said, Daddy, there's an N word. He didn't say N word, he said the word. And he said, Daddy, there's a. Daddy came out on the porch as I'm slowing down. And he said, Johnny, go get the gun. I turned around and whatever he was growing in that field and hightailed it out there and got to the main part of Indianola, Mississippi, and went to the McDonald's and cried and cried and cried. I didn't wait to see if Johnny went to get the gun. And I remember that day because I remember this girl named Canary. Her name was Canary. Listen, that was her name. And she came over and consoled me because I didn't know. I just didn't know. So I wanted to share my experiences, and there are more. But I wanted to share those experiences because I know there are people who don't get it. I know there are people who don't understand. I know. But the reason they're so passionate, even in this space where we're tired, this isn't the first time we have said things are wrong. We know about systemic racism. Why? Because we face it all the time and we deal with it and we work through it. It took yet another video of a man being killed for you all to see. And now it's time to put in the work. Since you see it now and you feel like you can get in on this, there's work to do. It's not enough just to be it's not enough just to be not racist. Well, I'm not racist because, and you keep giving these really lame behind excuses because you got a black friend or whatever. It's time to be anti-racist. That's going to be my stance for right now. Look it up. There are plenty of resources that you can research on your own. Do your own education right now. And figure out how to be anti-racist and actively work to a place of equity. We matter. My family matters. My kid matters. People that look like me matter. There's a saying, all lives can't matter until Black lives matter. When you say all lives matter, there's a meme. Let me see if I can find it later. But there's a meme where there's a house burning and they call, the fire department is there and somebody is putting water on their regular house talking about, but all houses matter. Your house ain't burning. Let's put the fire out where the fire is burning. Does that make sense? I know I'm not really eloquent on this particular topic, and I'm not really, I don't have all the statistics and facts and stuff. What I do know is that I want my son to grow up in a world where his color is not a factor. I want people to see his color and embrace him because that's just part of who he is. Part of the intelligence is part of the personality, is part of all of the amazing attributes that he has. I want you to look at his beautiful little face and see a boy. I want you to be able to hear him speak. And not have all of the qualifiers of, well, he's, that's a whole nother, never mind. let me just stop there. But I want to get to that place. I want to get to the place of just seeing him for who he is, all of his attributes, all of his amazing attributes. That's what I want to get to. And I wanted to share my story because I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of being this way. I'm tired of people thinking that it's okay to diminish my experience because you've never experienced it. People thinking it's okay to call people of color derogatory names because you have a certain stance. I'm tired of people uh, using qualifiers for the Black experience. I'm tired of people just tired of people. Let's do better. Let's be better. Let's have a conversation and let's all grow. Okay? Thanks. That's all I got.